I have a sub. Oh, wait. Come on. Sorry. Come on up, Mr. Zachary.
After Detective Gaither um, told you you had to tell her about your stuff, did you tell her something different than what you had told her previously?
I don't remember.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Were you, Montun, Shannon, Tay, Tradon, and Demikion the ones that actually shot up the houses?
No, I did.
All right. By yourself?
Man, God,
You and Garlington?
yes,
How many guns y'all have?
a lot.
What does that mean?
I don't remember.
Then how do you remember it was a lot?
I know it.
Okay. Are you saying Garlington because you know Garlington's now convicted of that too?
What?
Are you saying Garlington because you know Garlington now has been convicted of that too, so no more harm can come to him?
No, just telling the truth.
Okay. So why can you remember now when you couldn't remember a minute ago anything from 2015?
I told you I remember what I was on probation for. I told you that 10 times. Then.
Right. But did you say you could remember what other people did?
I don't know what nobody else did. I know what I did.
Okay. So why did you tell the police that you, Moontoon, Shannon, Tay, Tradon, and D were the ones that shot up the house?
I never told no police that Moulton shot up no house.
You effect on listener.
Overruled.
Do you remember Detective Gaither telling you that you think you could tell her about a whole bunch of other stuff and get help on your stuff, but you got to be honest about what you're here for? And that's how this works. It doesn't just work like you tell me a whole lot of stuff about other people and we forget about your stuff. You got to be honest with what you got going on. Do you remember her telling you that?
I would never look for help for myself.
I'm just asking you if you remember her. To remember her, you saying after something like that being said by Detective Gaither. All right, me, Moontoon, Shannon, Tay, Tradon. All right. How many cars were the people who were with you in when you all, did you tell Detective Gaither and Dennis that there were 2 cars?
That's a lie.
Objection 403.
Sustained.
Judge,
Overruled. I know what you're going to say. Yes, I overruled. Go ahead.
did you tell Detective Gaither and Dennis that it was 2 cars?
I just told you it was 100 cars.
All right, but did you tell them that it was 2?
I don't know.
Okay. Which car were you in? Who were you in a car with?
Myself and Godson and Sledge.
Yourself and Garlington and Sledge? And Moontook is the one you were closest with out of all of those?
Yes.
Then why did you tell the police you were in the car with Moontook?
Because I was letting them, I told you, as I told you earlier, I was trying to let them know that Moulton didn't condone in that.
How does telling them you in the car with Moontook when you shooting up houses tell them that he doesn't condone that? Now, what two cars did you all use?
I don't,
Huh?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that you all used an Impala that was gray?
I don't know.
Now, you said, and who were in the car together?
Sledge.
Sledge. Do you remember telling the police after they asked you who all was in the car with you? Me, Moontoon, Shannon, and D.
I never saw Shannon that night.
Say that again now?
I never saw Shannon that night.
Do you see Shannon in the courtroom today?
I can't see that far.
Do you know whether he's in the courtroom?
I don't know.
You have no idea?
No.
Okay. Do you remember whether Traydon was in the car with you all?
When my car with me, Sledge, and Goddess, I just told you that.
Was Traydon in another Impala with you all?
I just told you the only people who call with me, Sledge, and Goddess.
Right, I hear you. But I'm asking you about Traydon and the car he was in. Do you remember whether he was in another Impala?
I don't know no Traydon.
Okay. Do you remember telling police that Traydon was in another Impala?
I just told you I don't remember. No Traydon, no Impala, nothing.
Do you remember an orange or burgundy or something Impala?
No,
Do you remember telling the police you did?
no.
So you don't remember telling them that orange or burgundy Impala,
Overruled.
you don't remember telling them whether that orange or burgundy Impala was the same year as Mooktoon's, probably an '08 or something like that.
Listen, my lord. ADHD, artistic. I don't remember. I just be talking. I don't remember. Did y'all do y'all research on me before y'all even tried to put me in interrogation room or whatever it is?
Okay, you said you're ADHD and autistic?
Yes.
Mooktoon car, probably a '08 or something like that.
Objection 403.
Sustained.
I don't know what 403 basis, so that I can table the next question.
It's a waste of time.
No, it's not a waste of time.
Move on to the next question, please.
Do you know where Traydon stayed at?
I don't know no Traydon.
Do you know where Tay stayed?
I don't know no Tay. Well, yes, I know Tay, but I don't know which Tay.
All right. Did you know where the people were, the If gang members y'all were shooting at on Adele stay?
I don't know who we was shooting at.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police that Traydon was the one knew? Now, had Tay had beef with the people on Adele before, specifically Philo and D?
I don't know.
All right. You said earlier that you knew Philo. Is Philo
Never
Philip
said I knew
Collins?
him. I knew of that name for being in my discovery package. I knew.
You know, on April 28th, in Oxford. The police that Philo was Philip Collins.
Hell no, I ain't saying. I don't know the name. I ain't see that name until I got locked up, and it was in my discovery package.
Did you know a D or Darren Mills, who was Philip Collins' brother,
So,
Philo's little brother?
no, I don't know them people. I just told you that.
Were you asked whether those people lived at 1428 Adele Avenue over there by Mosley Park?
Objection 403.
Judge, how is, if I may, is going to know to decide what's true and what's not without not asking specific questions.
You're asking about the questions being asked.
No, I'm asking, did he know that Philo and Dee stayed over there? And I understand, I'll change and I'll rephrase.
Okay.
Did you know that Philo and Dee stayed on 1428 Adele Avenue over by
I don't know them
Mosley
people.
Park?
I don't know where they stay.
Say it again.
I don't know them people. I don't know where they stay.
All right. And Mr. Zachary, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. You see the court reporter to your left? She's typing down things now. So can you let me finish asking the question before you answer, please?
She asked me the same questions.
I understand.
Ain't trip me up or trick me. You know that.
I don't want to. Can you do that for me?
All right.
Thank you. All right. So was your answer, you did not know that Philo and Dee lived on 1428
Yes,
Adele
I
Avenue?
know.
You're doing it again, Mr. Zachary. Can you let me
Told you
finish?
I'm ADHD, autistic. I'm
Okay.
just-
Mr. Zachary? The jury has to hear this information.
yeah, like I can control this.
You can, can't you?
No.
Okay. Okay. Did you know, how did you get involved in that mix since you weren't at the club? When Lil D, that is Demekion, got jumped, how'd you get involved in that mix?
I don't remember.
Did you get involved when they shot at Summer, when If Gang shot at Summer?
I never told who shot it.
Is that when you got involved, when you learned that she, all right. And when she shot Summer? Is that the part, Andrew?
Yeah. Before.
All right. Was Summer at Landrum Arms with Alexis and Tay at the time that they shot at them?
I don't know.
Did you tell police they were?
I don't.
That Summer wasn't with Tay, she was with Alexis.
I don't know.
Did you clarify that Tay hadn't gotten there yet?
I don't remember.
You know whether the people that shot at Summer were inside or out, inside of a car or inside of the apartment complex outside of the car when they shot at Summer?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that when Summer and them went into the apartment complex, that the people that were shooting at them started shooting from way down in Summer's parking lot?
I don't remember.
Did you call the police when you learned that they were shooting up Summer's apartment complex on Landrum?
I don't know the number to the police.
Do you know 911? Mr. Zachary? Mr. Zachary,
Huh?
do you know 911?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did someone else get shot that night?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that someone else had gotten shot that night? Do you remember telling the police it was right after Demekian got jumped?
I don't know.
And do you still not remember whether or not the people that shot were the guys from If Gang?
Sustained.
Did you tell Demekian got jumped?
I don't know.
Do you remember how you knew who it was that shot after Demekian got jumped? The next question I think is gonna.
Sustained, but you can ask next
All right.
question.
So you don't remember whether telling the police how you knew it was who
Objection
shot?
never asked and answered, and it was just sustained the objection.
You
That
can lay
was-
the foundation.
That's what I'm attempting to do.
Overruled.
So you don't remember telling the police how you knew it was who was shooting at Summernham?
No, I don't know.
Do you remember telling them that Summer saw the car that they were in?
I don't know.
Do you remember what car they were in?
I don't know.
Do you remember what car you believed they were in?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police it was a gray Charger?
I don't remember.
Do you know at this time who drives or who drove? Do you remember telling the police who drove a gray Charger during that time on April 28, 2015?
How can I tell them who driving if I wasn't?
A
if I
yes
ain't
or
see
no?
it?
Can you answer the question? Do you remember telling the police who drove a gray Charger
Objection 403.
on Judge, getting to how he knows who shot whom and why steps were taken afterwards, and the fact that it was an alleged If gang and rival gang is very relevant and not cumulative.
Sustained, overruled.
Who is sustaining?
The speaking objection is sustained and the other one is overruled.
Okay, so you can answer. Do you remember telling the police who it was that drives a gray Charger on April 28, 2015?
No.
Philo's little brother drove that car. Philo and D.
No.
Do you remember telling Detective Gaither that the gray Charger was Philo's little brother's car?
No.
Have you ever heard of Denise Bell as it relates to, are you typing something on the computer? Mr. Zachary,
Huh?
what you typing on the computer?
Oh, I don't know.
Leave the
Judge?
Computer alone. Don't touch it.
At the time, did you know that Philo and D lived at 14, whether Philo and D so is that a no?
No.
Did you believe Philo and D were shooting at Summer and Tay and Alexis?
No.
Were shooting at Summer and Tay and Alexis on April 28, 2015, while you were in there? Does anyone else, as you sit here today with Philo and D, when they were shooting at Summer, Tay, and Alexis?
I never was told you I saw who shot at no something and lit.
Okay. Do you remember telling, after being asked, was anyone else with Philo and D, do you remember telling the police Stewie, the name Stewie,
No.
Stewie?
No.
Do you remember telling them also a boy named Spaz, Spaz? P-A-Z.
No,
Do you remember telling them that all four of them were in the car and then they shoot at them? All four being Philo, D, Stewie, and Spaz.
make it make sense. If I didn't see the car, how can I know who shot at?
Help me make it make sense. Do you remember telling the police
Telling you
that?
that. Telling you, if you common sense, you'll see. If I didn't see the shooting, it's just a lie. I don't remember.
Okay, we'll get to that. So that's a no, you don't remember telling the police that, right? Mr. Zachary?
Yeah.
Did Summer come home and wake you up after Philo, Stewie, Spaz, and D shot her up?
You keep saying them names. I don't know who shot at her.
Did you tell the police that Summer came and woke you up after that?
I don't know.
Did you call Montunk after getting a call from Summer about a shooting by those four guys?
You just said she came home. Now you
I'm
saying
asking
call.
you a different question. I didn't say anything, I'm asking. Did you call Montunk
I don't remember.
after getting a call about the shooting?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that you called Montunk?
I don't remember.
Did Montunk want you to ride with him to the Adele Drive location?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Montunk them didn't want you to ride with them? They wanted you to ride, but didn't want you to ride.
I don't remember.
Do you remember where you were seating in the seat? Do you remember telling the police that you were seated in the back seat after they asked you where you were seated? Do you remember telling the police you didn't have anything to do with the shooting?
I don't remember.
Or didn't have to do anything at the shooting?
I don't know.
Tell the jury, please, Mr. Zachary, who was sitting where in the car you were in?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you remember who was driving?
I don't remember.
Do you remember anything about, since you remembered it earlier, do you remember anything about the people, positions in the car that you said you were in the night Adele Avenue got shot up?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Shannon's in the front?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Dee's on one side,
I don't
right?
remember.
Do you remember pointing out to the police during that interview where Montunk was driving? Huh? I didn't say the front seat.
Overruled.
Do you remember telling the police that Shannon was a front seat passenger?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that you were sitting behind Shannon?
Good. It don't make sense. If he was there, how come he didn't get charged with?
Mr. Zachary, will you please answer the questions that I'm asking? Do you remember telling the police? Do you remember telling the police that Demikion was sitting behind Monson?
No.
Hypothetically, if you did tell the police that Monson was driving, how are you keeping Monson out of it? He said today that he was trying to keep Monson out of it.
Sustained.
Okay. How does telling the police that Montunk was driving keep Montunk out of the shooting?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
Nope. Do you not remember? Okay. Who drove that, or who owned that orange, other car, that orange?
Remember?
Okay, you said you don't know.
I said I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police? You know what gang Trayvon belongs to?
I don't remember.
Do Tunk, Shannon, and Dee were in the car.
I don't remember.
And after the people came and picked you up, where did you all go first?
My cousin's house.
Which one? On Landrum?
Yes.
Now, when did you did you all at some point go to Perry Homes?
I don't remember.
Did you go to Perry Homes last?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that you went to Perry Homes?
I don't remember.
Did you just Are you not remembering because you see any people that you know out in the courtroom that you care about? Case, don't you?
No.
You haven't seen it?
Haven't seen him with.
Anything about this case?
Objection asked and answered.
Being labeled a snitch?
I made it through prison, man. With that, I ain't scared of that. And I ain't never PC, never got.
All right, listen to the question she's asking and answer that question. And then you can explain if you need to.
Do you and Tay got out of the car, and it's T-A-Y.
No,
And-
Shannon was never with us.
I'm sorry.
No, Shannon was never with us.
I understand that's your testimony today. I'm asking you if you remember telling the police that Shannon and Dee and Tay, and by Dee, I mean Demikian. Do you remember telling the police that?
No.
Do you remember telling the police that Shannon and Dee got out of the car and went and shot up the house?
I shot up the house.
I understand. Do you remember telling the police that Shannon and Dee got out of the car and shot up the house?
I shot up the house.
All right, listen to the question and answer the question she's asking.
Do you remember telling the police that Shannon and Dee got out of the car and shot up the house?
No, I don't remember. I shot up the house. That's all I remember.
Since you now say that Shannon wasn't there,
No.
he shot up the house.
Ain't going down.
Do you told the police that Shannon had a Draco 7.62?
I don't know. But I know that was my gun. So
Did you know where the
I don't know.
Did you know whose gun? You're now saying that it was your gun, but at the time you talked to the police,
Shannon was never with us.
Shannon already had the gun.
No.
Do you remember telling the police,
The helicopter?
is that the only thing you know is a chopper?
Yes.
You don't know about an AK-47 being called a chopper? Self on a video calling it a chopper, would that help you remember?
Ain't gonna help me remember. They're gonna know that I lied.
Oh. So, do you remember telling the police that that chopper was brown?
My gun was on the scene that I used.
How many guns can you shoot at one time? You personally?
2, 3, 2,
At one time?
2.
How do you hold a chopper? How do you hold a 7.62 and a 7.2 and shoot them both at the same time? How?
Easy.
Show the jury.
I ain't sure of that, man.
Please, and to show the jury.
And you can do it, so show the
I
order
do
we
it,
done.
I don't know how to do it.
Do you recall telling
Because I knew that only time I knew that it
gun looked like a big old deer gun?
I don't remember.
Now, you were trying to protect Motu. But did you tell the police that Demekion had Motu's gun?
I don't know.
Motu.
No.
Did you tell the police that on April 28, 2015, time by August 5th, 2015, from any kind of pawn shop?
I don't remember.
Had you bought any from Arrowhead Pawn Shop?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the police asking 3 or 4 firearms?
I don't
Objection 403.
Sustained.
Do you remember talking about buying 3 or 4 firearms?
Objection 403.
Sustained.
Judge did Wood you out of those? Those guns?
I don't remember.
Trey Don shoot any guns?
I don't know no Trey Dunn.
What now?
I don't know no Trey Dunn.
Did Tay shoot any guns?
One might have doubled me.
What now?
He wasn't there.
Do you remember telling the police, nah, Trey Don did not shoot any guns because he was driving? Did only you and the driver stay in the car?
I got out and shot.
Did you tell the police that you and the driver stayed in the car?
I don't know.
Now, where did you all park when y'all got to the house on Adele Drive?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you and Moonton parked way back?
I don't know.
Do you remember saying last week that you saw people running into the house and you had followed the car?
I don't know.
Was it dark or light when you all got to the Adele house,
I don't know.
Adele Drive house?
I don't know.
Did you all go to Perry Homes after Adele Drive?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that after Tay Nam shot at the Adele Drive house, that you all went to Perry Homes?
Tell you never shot at no house. I don't remember nothing else.
Okay, did you tell the police that after Tay Nam shot at the house, y'all went to Perry Homes?
I don't know.
Now, did you know anybody that lived at Perry Homes?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you knew that Philo's girl lived at Perry Homes?
I don't remember.
That Philo's baby mama lives at
I don't remember that.
what now?
With me.
And Moontoon, right?
I just know about me.
Okay. Did Tay know Philo, D, and Philo's child's mother from the west side?
I can't tell you what nobody else know.
Did you tell police they knew them from the west side?
I can't tell them what nobody know.
Did you tell them that Tay, Philo, and D, that they had hung together?
They let me tell them what somebody else know.
I'm sorry, what?
They let me tell them what somebody else know.
Are you asking or telling me?
Asking.
I can't answer questions, only you can. Did you tell the police that?
I don't know.
Do you know whether Tay, Philo,
I don't know.
is Tay slime?
I don't know.
What is slime?
I don't know.
Did you know on August 5th, 2015?
I don't know.
Was Shannon 30 deep?
I don't know.
Was Demiki on 30 deep?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police anything about 30 deep?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Tay was from Capitol Homes and you and Moontoon grew up in Capitol Homes, and that's how you all,
I don't know.
that's how Tay was rolling with you, Shannon, and Moontoon?
Conviction 403.
I don't know.
So you don't remember whether you told the police if Tay was originally from Capitol Homes?
I don't know.
Who is Big Boo, if you know?
I don't like talking about deceased people.
You don't like talking about what, sir?
Deceased people.
Deceased people? Okay. I'm not gonna make you talk about him much, but do you know his real name?
Yes,
What is it?
Quinn Porter.
All right.
Quinn Porter.
And when you say he's deceased, just yes, he's deceased.
What year?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I was locked up.
Okay. Now, did Tay used to hang with Big Boo?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police, Gaither and Dennis, on August 5th, 2015, that that's how you met Tay? Because Tay, all of you all used to hang with Boo.
You just said all the book that got on.
Did you tell the police that you all to hang with Boo?
I
You,
don't know.
Tay, Shannon.
I don't know.
Would have get some bullets night of April 28th, 2015?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you had gone to get bullets before you went to Perry Homes?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you went to get bullets from someone that Dee knew on Cleveland, like at a trap spot?
I don't
Objection
know.
403.
Sustained.
Do you remember talking to police about what you did the night of April 28, 2015 regarding ammunition?
Objection asked and answered.
Did you all get bullets for the 7.62?
I don't know.
Did you have Moontoon's gun the day you got caught at a girl's house? Did you tell the police that Moontoon needed your smaller gun to go over to a girl's house?
When I told him that some years later after I beat the case,
On August 5th, 2015, did you tell them that?
I don't remember.
Did you tell them that it was a small little gun?
We got caught with the gun.
Did you tell the police that it was a 40 Smith and Wesson
That's in my name, yes.
that was your gun that Moontoon borrowed to go over to a girl's house? Did you buy that 40 Smith and Wesson a day or two before you got locked up?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police you did?
I don't remember.
When you all got to Perry Homes, who was it that got out and shot at that time?
I don't remember.
Did Tay, Dee, and Shannon get out and shoot at Perry Homes?
Who?
Tay, Dee, and Shannon.
Only person was there with me and God.
So is that a no?
I never said that day or no tell you.
Would you that so when I asked Tay, Dee, and Shannon?
People there who
I'm
weren't
trying to
there.
just ask.
No.
Okay. Did you tell the police that Tay, Dee, and Shannon got out and shot at Perry Homes?
I don't remember.
Do you remember how many guns you all had in total?
100.
Did that, did a person named Lee ever join you all?
No.
Did you tell shot with the handgun?
I don't even know no damn Lee.
You don't know a handgun.
I don't know a Lee.
And do you remember telling the police that Lee was in the car with Tay and them because that was Tay's friend?
I don't know.
Did you get dropped off at Sylvan Road after all this happened?
I don't,
Chevron by 166.
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you got dropped off
I don't know.
on Sylvan Road?
403.
Sustained.
Who dropped you off
You did.
after all? Okay, I did.
Yeah.
Did you tell the police I did?
Nah, I ain't want them to know we were messing around.
Okay, you did. Okay. Now, did you tell the police that Summer's cousin dropped you all off at the house?
No.
Was Summer scared to go back to baseball? Your Honor, I object to Mr.
Well, you're the one that just did it.
Stop talking back and forth to each other. You need to turn on your mic. Go ahead and ask the question if you can establish a foundation.
Did Summer have her own car when you got dropped off at the Chevron by 166?
Why you keep asking about another female? I
Just
don't know.
answer the question.
I don't know. I don't know.
Did Summer let her cousin keep her car?
I don't know.
Was letting her cousin keep her car because she was scared to go back to the house?
Objection calls for hearsay.
Sustained.
That Shannon and other people in the car with you were slime.
I ain't ever saying that like that.
You never said anything like that?
No.
Okay, if Shannon
No.
was, why do you know Shannon wasn't, but you don't know who to for?
Shannon not from. Shannon ain't grow up with us.
What does that have to do with him being slime?
A lot.
Please tell us how. Now, with the court, please instruct me.
Answer the question.
I don't know, Your Honor.
With so much happening every day,
ABC6 News. It's book.
Did you tell the police that Moontoon was slime? Do you know how or if 30D and do you need
No,
a break or anything?
no.
Okay. So do you know or did you tell, first of all, do you know whether or not 30D and Cleveland Avenue ever linked up?
No.
Did you tell the police that you did? Years ago, before August
I read this somebody's care package too.
Okay. Did, whose discovery package?
I don't know, somebody I've locked it.
All right. Did you tell the police, that initially 30D and Cleveland Avenue, they push it with